This is your boy Brando with Fitness Protocols. If you're struggling to pack on size and strength, you came to the right place. In this video, I'm going to describe the muscle fibers involved in hypertrophy. I will chart out the required circumstance for hypertrophy to occur, what we should be focusing on, and things we should avoid. Now, I've been in the health and fitness and nutrition field for over 15 years, and my burning desire is to share experience, knowledge, and methods for living a sober, productive, and meaningful life. Now, there's many different muscle fibers that exist in the body, but for the purpose of hypertrophy, we're only going to focus on two, and that is deep muscle fibers and superficial. Now, deep is going to be our compound movements. So we're talking bench press, deadlift, squats. Now, this is the muscle fibers that's closest to the bone. This is going to give us our core strength. Superficial is our fluff work. Examples would be curls, lateral raises, rope press down. Now, both of these are important, but your bench press, squats, and your deads is your foundational work. So if you're building a house, you don't want to build a house with a sloppy foundation. You need a strong foundation to really reap the benefits of the fluff work. Every program is built around three factors, and I like to call this the holy iron triad. So down here we have nutrition, then we got sleep, then we actually have our program. Now you'll notice that sleep and nutrition are at the base. That's the foundation to any good program. Because without nutrition, without sleep, without sustenance, fuel, it doesn't matter what program you're doing. So this is 1 gram of protein per pound per body weight per day. Sleep, how much sleep are we getting? 7. We want 7 to 8, 9, make it 9 hours of quality sleep. It doesn't matter what program you're doing. Whether you're doing the 5x5, 5-3-1, monolith, row split, push-pull, none of this matters if this stuff is not on point. One of my most frequently asked questions, or requests should I say, is, hey Brando, will you help me build a program? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I'll help you build a program. Yeah, no problem. But first, let me ask you a question. How much do you weigh? And they're like, well, 160 pounds. I'm like, okay. Are you getting 160 grams of protein per day, every day? They're like, well, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, what do you mean you think so? Let me see your food logs. And they said, food logs? What's that? If we're not documenting it, how are we managing it? This is the problem, right? It ain't the program. There's nothing wrong with your program. This is the problem. I look at your logs, and your protein's on the spot. Your macros look good. Your nutrients look good. We go, well, how often are you sleeping? And they go, well, Brandon, I'm working 12-hour shifts right now, and I got a newborn I have to wake up at 3 a.m. I'm probably getting 5 or 6 hours. Well, it's not your program's fault, right? You ain't getting enough sleep, bro. You don't need a new program. You need some sleep, some Z's. Okay, now let's say that I looked at your food log, and it looks good. I've looked at your sleep schedule, it looks good. And now I'm taking a look at then I'll look at your program. And I'll go, well, let me see your program. And I look at your program, and you're lifting 5x times a week, right? You're doing bench press, squats, deads, in that week span, and then you have like 20x plus sets of accessory work. Well, now your problem is your program. You're doing weight. This is overtraining, man. This is way too much. This is way too much. You're breaking it down, right? But you're breaking it down too much. You're in the grounds of getting injured at this point. This has to all be in unison. This is a symbiotic relationship. Okay, now we have a good understanding of what we should be doing. Now, how do you train for hypertrophy? Well, first you're going to pick a power movement. Now, ideally, this is going to be a compound movement. Everybody loves bench press, so we'll just say we're doing bench press. To start, we're going to do 20 reps. We're going to pick a reasonable weight. We're pyramiding our weights up. As the weight goes up, the reps will go down. 20, 15, 12, 10, 8. It's an 8. And then I even like to do like a 6 here at the top. Now, looking at this pyramid, you'll notice that, hey, 20 reps, 15 reps, 12 reps. Well, these are warm-up sets, right? We're getting the tendons prepped for the heavier sets. These are really going to be our strength training, hypertrophy, a combination of strength and hypertrophy. You're hitting both the slow twitch muscle fibers, which is our deep muscle, right? And the fast twitch, which would be our superficial surface muscle. Now, by the time you get to your last set, this should be pretty difficult, right? This should be very taxing because that's what we're doing. We're taxing. We're wiping our body out to get in a position to really maximize the hypertrophy. This is where the hypertrophy is going to come in, right? If you follow Andrew Huberman, you'll notice he has a video on plasticity and a test they did on adults versus children. And the plasticity was done in adults. You're wearing these glasses that distorted their perception. In the adult group, they found that in order for plasticity to occur, you needed a great need. And that's what we're doing here. What we're doing is we're creating a need. Hypertrophy is not going to happen organically. We have to force it to happen. So we wear our bodies to the point of exhaustion, and then we do what's known as drop sets. That's it. This is our money here, drop sets. So now this is best if you have other people helping you. Now luckily the gym's always full of people. So all you call 2 people over, they're going to be more than happy to help out. They actually make some friends along the way. Friends. We love friends. Anyways, so you get to the last set. What I preferably do, this is what I do. I usually use 4. Now, everybody's strength, you're going to be at different levels. So you might be stronger than me. You might be not quite as strong as me. But I like to take 4 25-pound plates and put them on the bench. And I'll have one person on each side of the bench. I'll start my set, and I go to failure. To failure. This is the key. To failure. As soon as I rack it, they're going to drain a plate off. And then I'll go to failure again. And as soon as I rack it, they're going to drop a plate off. And you repeat this until you're to the bar. Just the bar. Now, usually I don't do any more of the bar because by the time I drop to the last 25-pound plate, I'm pretty wiped out. You're going to feel this tomorrow. You're going to be super sore. And that's good. That's hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is an adaptation. And we have to create a need for that adaptation to occur. Now, after that, you can add in your accessory, your fluff work. Now you can add in, now this would be your curls or your press downs. If you're targeting traps, this will be shrugs, farmer walk. Whatever program you're currently following, add in a few sets of accessory muscles to clear up any weaknesses. Honestly, this is it. This is it. If you're not getting results, refer back to the chart. Am I getting enough protein? Okay. Am I sleeping enough? Okay. What adjustments do I need to make to my program to start getting that hypertrophy? Am I doing the drop sets? Am I creating a need? Now, things that we should be avoiding as much as possible without making our lives miserable would be alcohol, processed foods, and high sugar. None of them help our goal of hypertrophy. Alcohol inhibits the processing of nutrition, right? It robs our body of vitamins, minerals, and completely thwarts hypertrophy. If you drink 6 beers every single night, it doesn't matter how, you're not getting quality sleep for one. The protein you're taking in is not getting processed properly. You're most likely severely dehydrated, which is also inhibiting your nutrition. None of that supports hypertrophy. Sugar also dehydrates the body and puts you in a constant state of elevated blood sugar, which is then counterproductive to hypertrophy. Processed foods, they're not good either. It's kind of hard to stay away from complete process, but minimal. We want to try to have minimal processing as possible. but whole foods is the way to go. The majority of our diet should consist of whole foods that are, we're talking fresh as possible, of fruits, veggies, and lean meats. Now, this also has to tie in with processing proteins, getting the nutrition, supporting hypertrophy. Now, I'm going to do a whole video on microbial health and gut health. A lot to that. I'll get into that in future videos, so stay tuned. If you like this video, please hit like, share, subscribe, and please comment. I do read all the comments, and I appreciate the feedback. I'll leave some links in the description for protein powder and collagen. I don't recommend any products I don't personally use. Let's build a stronger mind and body one day at a time. Until next time.